Good morning, everyone. Welcome into another edition of the Morning Edge. DeadPresPicks, joined by Krabs Bets. Krabs, how we doing? Little road trip right down in Texas right now, right?
Sure, hitting some games before the real madness starts up. So went to
Yep.
TCU last night. That was electric. If you guys got a late number on TCU and had -2.5 or -3.5,
You
I am
got it.
sorry. That is brutal. That 3 point at the end was disgusting. It made me sick to my stomach, and I didn't even have it. I had the -1.5. But great game last night. We're going to SMU tonight, which should be super fun. So stay posted for content there. And then Saturday's the big one, Matt. We're going to Texas on
Ooh.
Saturday.
Who
They're welcoming Kansas into town.
Kansas. That's what I was going to say. I knew they had a big game. I couldn't place who, but that'll be a good time. So
Oh yeah.
hope you're enjoying the little tour down there in Texas. But good game last night. That TCU game. I locked in moneyline Krabs early in the week.
Good bet.
So I went the night before. I was like -135, so it wasn't anything crazy. And then they were able to win it. But yeah, that was a bad beat if you had Kansas. There's no doubt about that. That's about as bad of a beat as you could have. So that was a tough one. But real quick, guys, what we're gonna do, if you guys did check out the simulcast last night, thank you for hanging out with us. We wish we won more bets. It wasn't the best simulcast. What do we end up? Like 8-10 overall, I think. Now, some of these, Evan Mobley first basket, that was very close. We had a guy give us that. So shout out to Sean for trying to get us rich there. Celtics had a legacy collapse. Northwestern, they lost the buzzer. So we had some close L's on there, but we'll clean it up today. But it was fun. We appreciate everyone who hung out with us on the live betting simulcast last night. Today means we're probably gonna get a little 2-0 sweep for me and you. We did have a 2-0 sweep, Krabs, that we couldn't even recap because we didn't have an episode yesterday morning. But we did have a 2-0 sweep on Tuesday night that we did not forget about. So we're technically going for back-to-back sweeps. A lot to get into today, though. There is a college game. What time is it? 11:30. There's a college game that tips in about an hour. All right. So we got college basketball today from 12 to I think there's an 11 o'clock game tonight. It's an amazing day to be a college basketball fan. So a lot to get into on that regard. We're gonna dive into that. So who do we got early? We got South Alabama. And we have another game. We have two early games that we're going to get into. So we got App State, South Alabama. What's the other? Oh, yeah, Illinois State.
And then we've got Illinois State and Northern Illinois.
Yep.
Northern Iowa.
Northern Iowa.
Yep.
Okay, so Krabs, I'll defer to you first. Any early action?
I like South Alabama. I'm debating if I want to lock it in or not at this point. It's already at 4.5, open up around 3. But this South Alabama team has been playing incredible. They're a top 30 team over the last month, according to the Torvik rankings. They've been playing great basketball. This is a team, a program that historically, wins this conference, and it ends up in March Madness. So I don't see how they don't pull out this win. I like the ML. I like them to win the game. That's definitely the sharp side. But I don't know if I'm willing to lay that 4.5 at this point. That's a big number against a good offense and a great coach over there at App State.
Big number, especially for a game like this, right? Teams play tight. It's win or go home.
Hey,
I don't know if I
these lines get tight now. These lines have gotten so tight now. We're in March, and it's like you really got to know something. You got to know stuff about these teams at this point. You can't just bet weird lines anymore, unfortunately, especially in these conference tournaments, right, where these spreads are super close, neutral sites, weird games, right?
Yes. I'm with you there. App State, though, kind of alluded to it. During the regular season, they were both 9-9 in conference, but South Alabama is a much better team. 4.5, though, it's a big number. What I'm doing, Krabs, what I advise some people to do, maybe get in on some live action here. If you see this thing dip to 2, anything under 2, just give me a bucket. If South Alabama wins it by 2, I feel pretty comfortable. 4.5, though, not my favorite number. Not my favorite number to lay. Not gonna lie. So that's a number that I'm probably going to hang, stay off of and probably jump in live. Don't want any action, though, on App State. I do think South Alabama is the better team. I think they win. I think they advance. Just that 4.5. I think we can get a better number is my point here. So keep an eye out. That game does tip.
Yeah, hopefully App State comes out. App State comes out live, comes out hot, right? And you maybe get them ML plus chick.
Yeah, why not? Imagine that. Getting them live at some plus money on the money line. You could do that. So there's options. That's what we're saying. There is options in this game. But this one, again, you kind of have to bet it because this is getting us prepped for March Madness, Krabs. This is getting us prepped for the March Madness gambling mindset. The game tips off at noon, and then you got action all day. So, start getting yourself in that routine now. This is probably the game that's going to get you there because tomorrow we get daytime games. Obviously, Saturday, Sunday. Maybe Monday we do too. I think some of the big conferences start Monday for their tourneys. So daytime games, they are there for the gambler. That's why they were invented, so you can gamble on them during the day. If you're at work, if you're chilling, whatever you're doing, that's why they're there. All right, Illinois State and Northern Iowa. Northern Iowa, not the team that we've seen in years past, Krabs. Who they used to have, was it A.J. Green? Remember him?
AJ Green, not the receiver, but the
No.
tall 7-foot white dude who was a
He's in the
stud.
NBA now. He
Absolute
might be on
stud.
the Bucks, maybe. I think he's
Is
somewhere.
he actually in the NBA?
I think, unless I'm like way
Or
wrong.
at least like a two-way, maybe like a two-way
I'm gonna
contract?
Google it. Now I have to Google it. But while I Google it, Krabs, do you have any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, please don't bet it. These teams stink. Take the under if you're going to take anything. The total's gone down 4 points from the opener at 137.5. I'd go with the under. I'm not betting it. I initially thought Illinois State, had some value, but these teams are crummy. I was hoping to get, 5 points ish off the rip, but it opened up 2.5, which I like, but now it's at 3.5. So I'm off. That line's moving towards Northern Iowa. So I'm good. I like the under the best in that game.
All right, yeah, I think I like Northern Iowa too. But again, like you said, the line just keeps moving. Might be another situation, Krabs, where I look for a live bet here. I do think Northern Iowa though comes up with the one. He is in the NBA, right?
Bro, he's on the Bucks, bro.
I told you he's a Buck. And the only reason I know is
He is a Buck.
I was watching a game and I had like the over under and it was like a blowout and I was like, wait, that's AJ Green, and I was like, yep, there he is. So good for him. So
Yeah.
that's big. That's big time. He's on a two-way with the Bucks. Yeah, he gets a little bit of a run. Someone CJ has commented. So shout out to AJ Green for making it to the NBA and getting Northern Iowa on the map. That'll play. So I think today though it is a good spot for them. I like the way the line's move. So I'm going Northern Iowa. I'm all in on them. This is for AJ Green, so we could do that. Someone said I bought South Alabama last night at minus 170. I don't know. That probably, you beat the line. It's probably up to like minus 190, maybe even more, maybe 200 right now. Something, Krabs, sometimes I think people, overlook. At minus 170, if the line should be, minus 230, it's not that bad of a bet. So I actually don't hate that at all. Someone said an alt line minus 2.5. Yeah, you can look into that. Let's just see. Let's let that game play out. It's early in the day. But I do think South. I think it's both favorites. Get it done today, which I don't always say. All right, we got a lot more games to go here, Krabs. We got top 25 action tonight, and we got some good ones. We got some big time games. We also got some bubble talk that we have. That's what we're gonna get into first. So here's Bracketology. So this is Joe Lunardi of ESPN. Comes out with his predictions every few days. This is what he's got right now. Last four in: Miss State, Nevada, Arizona State, Wisconsin, and then the first four out, which if you're new, if you don't understand what this means that they would be the first four teams that are, right there, but they're not in the tournament. UNC, Okie State, Michigan, and Utah State. Shout out to Utah State. Got me a big win last night there on the road. Krabs, if you had these 8 teams and you could put 4 in, give me your 4.
That's a great question. Well, I mean, I'd like to see UNC in the tournament. I think everybody would, even though they're probably going to flop and not play well. I'd like to see them in. Not OK State. They're poverty. That team takes the worst shots I've ever seen. They only take fadeaway mid-ranges and terrible threes. Michigan, I cannot stand Hunter Dickinson or anything him and Juwan Howard ever say or do. They're the worst. They're so toxic. Utah State, I love. Go ahead and give me Utah State. That team's electric. Ashworth is a stud little point guard who runs that team. I really like them. So from the right side, we'll go UNC and Utah State. From the left side, we got to put in the Wolfpack. I want to see the Mountain West do something finally this year. It's time. The teams are too good. The coaches are too good. All right. And Nevada, this team is legit. They've got Blackshear, who was Kerry Blackshear, who used to be a Hokie back in the day, the big center when I was there. It's his brother, and he's way better. Kanan Blackshear. He's a guard. He's like a point forward who can get to the rack and shoot a little bit too. He's a stud. I really want to see Nevada in that tournament. Wisconsin poverty, Arizona State poverty, but they have weird wins. I'd like to probably see Mississippi State as the fourth team in out of these. One of the best defenses in the country. I like to see them strap up and maybe take down a big, Goliath.
Yes, yes. All right, we're not far off. So here's who I'd put in from from these 8. I'm going Nevada also. I like Nevada a lot. I think that conference is underrated. The issue for them is once they've gotten into the tournament the last few years, they've done nothing. So they got to start
Yep.
winning some March Madness games. But I do have Nevada in. Wisconsin is out. Wisconsin's so out. I don't even know how their last 4 in right now. I hate Wisconsin. Not fun to watch. They play every game like into the low 50s. Like, who wants to watch them in March Madness? And I think tonight that they lose, by the way, to Purdue. I hate to say it because I'm a Purdue hater right now because they killed the ladder. But Purdue bounce back spot, even though it's a road game. I think they win tonight. So I think they'll play themselves out. I got Miss State in. You mentioned it. Great defense, so keep them in. I'm kicking Arizona State out just because if they don't hit that crazy buzzer beater, they're probably not in right now. I mean, it was a great win, but I don't think they're a tournament team. North Carolina, get me in, and then I'm going to go Michigan over Utah State. That's going to be our only difference. I like Utah State, like what they did last night. I think Michigan can be a fun tournament team. Last year they got in, they made some noise. Also, Hunter Dickinson hater Krabs. I think 99% of college basketball fans are. But listen, he did his job. And shout out to Hunter Dickinson last game. A rare shout out for him putting that game into overtime because I had Michigan -5. On Sunday against Wisconsin. That win might have saved their season. But Michigan, look, these teams are all going to have a chance. Conference tourney time. They're going to all get a chance to win some key games and beefing up that resume a little bit. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch. But those are the teams they got in. It's good. I can't wait. I just can't wait for Selection Sunday. All hell breaks loose. Coaches start crying and yelling, and it gets fun. That's probably the best time. Let's see some comments, Krabs. Someone is UNC, Nevada, Utah State, Miss State. So I think a lot of us are on the kind of on the same path. Michigan money line. Michigan money line tonight. That would be a big one. So Michigan, I was going to talk about that game. Well, Illinois is not a top 25 team, so let's talk about it real quick, though. What do you think about that game?
Sure.
Illinois, Michigan?
Ooh, I like Illinois off
Yeah.
of a terrible loss to Ohio State. They haven't covered in 4 of their last 5. I still believe in this team, especially at home. They're 14-2 this year at home. I don't see a squad like Michigan, even though they're red hot, coming in off of 3 wins and covers. I don't think a team like that can go on the roads and are disciplined enough to get a win there.
Yeah, I also like Illinois. So I don't know what that loss does to Michigan. I gotta imagine that's like what, a quad 1 loss, right? Like on the road at Illinois, like it's got to be considered like a good loss if that's a thing. So I don't think that loss will really knock them out per se, but yeah, just that'll be a good game tonight. I think Illinois is up to -5.
A win would definitely move them over to this left side of the list for sure.
Yes, that will exactly. So that'll get them an opportunity to move up. Big game tonight. That's a massive game. Probably just gonna watch that as a fan of college basketball and just wait for some chaos. See what happens in that game. Hopefully Hunter Dickinson doesn't wear a ski mask tonight, Krabs. That's just, let's hope he doesn't do that again, trying to steal the win.
Oh.
All right, so top 25 time, guys. A lot of good games. A lot of good games tonight. Krabs, you will be at a game tonight, but it's not a top 20. What game are you going to? The SMU game? So it's not a top 25?
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely not top 25 with SMU, unfortunately.
Right.
But if you want to talk about that game real quick, I
Yeah,
do
go ahead.
really like the Mustangs at home. We've got Kendrick Davis coming home, his first time back playing against SMU, his old school where he was at last year. He's playing some of his best basketball of the season right now for Memphis. He's really one of the best players in the country now. It's pretty clear. He had the hype beginning of the season, but now he's starting to actually play like it. And, Memphis destroyed SMU the first time around. They put up a 99 piece in late January when these guys played. Now this SMU line opens up at 7.5. Now it's down to 6.5. I'm on the Stangs. I got +7. They keep this one close, and I hope I'm storming that court tonight too in a real court storm, not when TCU's a favorite.
That would be a big time. That would be a big time court storm. So, what do you think about last night, real quick, before we get into these games? The court storm by TCU, was it justified, in your opinion?
I think they only did it because the Storm Chasers were there, the Barstool guys.
What's
but
that?
I'm a firm believer in you could storm the court whenever you want, especially against a rival, if you're an underdog. If you're a favorite, according to Vegas, who are the smartest people on earth setting these freaking lines that end up being super weirdly close, if you're a favorite, that means you're supposed to win the game, and then it's not an upset, and then you shouldn't be
Yeah.
storming the court, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love it, but I think, like you said, you had the hype with the Storm Chasers there. I mean, you were there. People probably knew that, right? So they were like, all right, we got a storm for you also. A lot going on. A
Sure.
lot going on in that game. All right, let's start this thing in the Big Ten. Purdue Wisco tonight, because this one we've already been asked a few times about. Wisconsin, we were just kind of ripping on them a little bit, Krabs. Not a fun team to watch. I mean, if you watch a Wisconsin game, it's going to be played in like the maybe mid 60s, but a lot of times, it can be low 50s. It's just how they play. Their style of play, it's slow, it's methodical, but it works. It works for the Badgers. Purdue, they kill the ladder, Krabs. These are the guys that are solely responsible for the ladder dying. I knew they hurt you that night. I think you had them in a parlay. Just nobody's
I've been a
happy.
couple.
And a couple. All right. So there you go. I mean, add a little bit of that injury. So, but yeah, I mean, that's -4.5 tonight. It's a road game. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, I'm on the other side of you, brother. I like Wisconsin. Look, I don't like this Wisconsin team. Don't get me wrong. But I do think they keep this within the number. I think the public will be going back to Purdue saying no way they lose, 4 out of their last 5. No way they lose to Wisconsin tonight. Wisconsin's not playing well either right now. Like you just said, they just blew a bad loss to Michigan there. A chance where they could have kind of solidified their chances in the tournament, right, if they won that game. So, they pretty much blew it last game. Tonight is really their last chance, sitting now at 16-12. I think they keep it within the number. I think this game's going to stink. Like you said, it's going to be, first one to score 60 points wins this game, straight up. And I think Purdue will probably find a way to win, but I could see Wisconsin, keeping this within the number pretty much the whole time, keeping it, a close game the whole time. And they've got some guys down there that can, they can throw some bodies down there at Edey. They got Wall down there who's known as a little bit of a dirty player. Maybe he gets in Edey's head a little bit and throws him off his mojo.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Edey's definitely pretty soft. I will say that. Like he's not. I don't take Edey as a hard guy to throw off this game. I do like Purdue though, even though it pains me to say. I think they do bounce back tonight. 4.5. The number's gone up a little bit. Obviously, I saw like 4 this morning, so just a slight movement there in the favor of Purdue. I think they get right in this spot. This is a Wisconsin hater, Krabs. I don't know what to say, and I feel like the line here is I don't know. I think it should be a little tighter. If it was like 2, I'd be all over Wisco. The fact that we see 4.5, like Purdue a little, but if Purdue loses tonight, I won't be mad because then it's they hurt me already. If I lose betting on them, I'll be kind of mad at them. But there's a
take both team total unders and
could
just
do that.
fade both of them.
Could do that. Just straight fading the both. Does this take Edey's over on boards? What is that? I wonder what Edey's over under on rebounds are because I'm in Pennsylvania, so I actually don't get. Yeah, I don't get college props. I'm in Jersey a lot too. That when I'm in Jersey, I get college props. I wish I had them more often. I think I would.
Do you not have like prize picks or anything like that?
I don't have prize picks. I don't know if it's in PA. I don't know if it's in PA. Do you know?
I think it is. Edey's rebounds is at 11.5 tonight. By the way, that's usually where it is. It's usually around 11.5.
I mean, the guy's 15 feet tall, so it shouldn't be that hard for him.
He's probably gonna get 20.
He should. But all right, I like that look. Real quick, we'll get to this game, Wichita State, Houston. I don't know if you have a ton of thoughts on this. I kind of like Houston here to just roll at home. You look at a number like 16.5, it looks like a lot. Then you watch Houston play for 10 minutes, and you're on the other side, and you're like, yeah, I'm not winning. So this is just a team. Wichita State's actually a decent team. They're not great, but like 16.5 is a lot of points in this spot. If I'm probably not going to play this game, but I would lean to Houston. Have you bet a lot of Houston games here, Krabs? I feel like I've never bet on or against Houston this year.
Yeah, I have faded Houston a couple times this year, and it has not worked out in my favor. So I'm definitely not in a rush to do that again today. But I will say this Wichita State team is very young, and they're pretty decent, and they're pretty athletic. So, they match up okay with Houston, at least like roster-wise. Houston is so fast and athletic, my goodness. And this spread opened up at 18, Matt, and we're seeing now at 16.5. and I promise you, the Wichita State's not public. So that's definitely a little interesting. Maybe the
That's true.
Shockers pull off some magic like they used to back in the day when they still had Coach Fran, and they were running that league, right?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Those were the days, right? Wichita State, Fred Van Vliet there. It was one guy, not Bryce Cotton. They had someone else that was
Baker, Ron Baker.
yes, Ron Baker. Yeah, they had some great teams at Wichita State. I mean, where they were, they would go on some legit runs. But Houston owns that conference right now, Krabs. Looking at the conference odds yesterday in that conference, they're like minus like 320 to win it. It's like insane. Memphis is the next best odds at plus 500 for a conference tourney. I think that's too much. We'll obviously talk more down the line about that, but yeah, Houston is a heavy favorite to win that conference. All right, here's a game a lot of people want to talk about, Krabs. USC and Arizona. Again, this is one of Krabs' best bets, so I don't want to spoil it now. So we'll kind of hold your thoughts there. I'll give you mine on this one. I'm staying away from it. I'll probably just root you on in this game. Arizona off a loss to Arizona State. Arizona probably a 2 seed right now. Maybe they're like a high 3. I guess depending. This game will probably be a pretty big indication for that. If Arizona wins, they probably stay on that 2 line. A loss moves them down to 3. USC seems like they're in now, right? Kind of in. I don't want to say firmly in, but they win this game tonight. I think they're in March Madness. So I'm going to stay away. And this is a game. Krabs will have a pick on this in 10 to 12 minutes, and it'll be his best bet. So you guys do what you want with that. But Arizona tonight, we got someone said Arizona money line 100%. Someone said, let me guess, Krabs is USC 2.5 and Wisconsin 4.5. Just tuned in. That guy might be smart, Krabs. I think he might know. He might know a thing or two about you. I don't know. This guy's
Yeah.
keeping tabs. He's keeping tabs on. But yeah,
It happens, bro. Hey, you can. It's not too hard to figure out what I'm betting on. To be honest with you, it's usually the grossest bets on the board.
Yep. Beat USC, breaks off. Yeah, they might come out angry. Arizona could. That's possible, but angry doesn't always win, Krabs, right? That doesn't always play in those games. Arizona State, we were just talking about this team. They are last 4 in right now, right? UCLA tonight, 11.5. It's a lot of points. A lot of points. But it is UCLA. It is at home. So 11.5, it looks like a lot, and then you watch a game for 10 minutes, and it doesn't feel like a lot kind of thing, right? But that in a game where, like, if Arizona State wins this, Krabs, they're in, right? I mean, if they pull this upset off, go back-to-back winning at Arizona, at UCLA, I mean, that you can't close the season much better. Do they have any chance to win tonight?
No, they don't. I mean, look, Arizona State has been playing great recently. They're 20-9. I mean, that's an impeccable record. Maybe one of the most underrated teams results-wise. I'm not that impressed with their team overall, but winning-wise and record-wise, I think they're pretty underrated and under-talked about. So, yeah, I mean, if they pull off this upset tonight, they are in the tournament for sure. But I'll tell you what, that opener at 13
Yes.
after Arizona State's, won 4 of 5. They just come off beating Arizona outright. I know it was on a half-court buzzer beater. I don't care. They still were covering that plus 12 and a half, and they won that game. UCLA is going to steamroll them in this spot, in my opinion. I hate the line move, down to 11.5, but that's because Arizona State is getting absolutely slammed with bets.
Yes.
Slammed with bets.
A lot of
They're
bets.
super public. The line's moving accordingly. I think UCLA wins this game huge because that opening line was absolutely huge. And did I mention UCLA has not lost a game at home this year?
You did not. Now you did. So now we know it. That's a big one, Krabs. They have not lost at home all year. Probably not gonna, right?
Wild.
Not gonna. Not tonight. I agree.
Well, when I talk like that, you make me want to switch my bet. But
I said the same about Providence last night. Not gonna lie. I did say the same. I said to myself, I said, hey, Providence hasn't lost at home. All the announcers talked about Krabs was, they're undefeated at home. They're undefeated at home. And you look up 40 minutes later, they lost.
Knew that was fake.
Yeah, right. Yeah, thanks for that. Nice announcer, Jenks. All right, Krabs, we had a lot of people commenting that they missed our 12 o'clock play. So I just wanted to kind of reiterate. A lot of people, they want the early action, and I get it. You got to kick your day off with a winner. You start your day with a win at 12 o'clock, it changes everything. I mean, it changes your whole to lose that one. Tough game to lose last night, but Providence was play. I was on them. They were never really in it. Krabs just never. They got back in a couple of times and then could not get it done. The stream.
Yeah, I have a little strategy here. If you're not trying to wait till catch it live, just in case South Alabama comes out cracked out, you never know. Maybe you parlay South Alabama with a little Illinois ML. Maybe you take a little two-teamer dreamer,
Wow.
2 minus 2 hundos, throw them together in a little two-piece, and get yourself a little, plus a hundo, plus 110, plus 120 parlay, whatever it ends up paying out.
Sorry, guys. The stream froze for a minute there. My computer bugged out, but it's going again now. So apologies to everyone out there. We did have a little bit of a hiccup, but we're good.
Okay. All right. So stream was frozen, in fact, but we're back. So do we have to say the pick again? Someone just said stream was frozen. All right. So one more time. Yes, we are on South Alabama. Okay, minus 4. But we're going to look for a live spot. But again, if you can't bet live, if you're a pregame guy only, take South Alabama, all right? Ride it with us. That's kind of funny. Like everything we said, nobody heard. But take them with us. And then, Krabs, tell them about the little parlay. Krabs even cooked up a little parlay while we were frozen.
I did. I cooked up a parlay while you guys couldn't hear shit. South Alabama ML, all right? We're going to parlay them with Illinois ML. They're winning today against Michigan. They'll get it done. If you're looking for, action early on this game and you don't want to wait to catch it live just in case, maybe South Alabama comes out looking like the frickin', 95, 96 Bulls. Who knows? Awesome. Lock in the ML, pair it with another, juicy piece, and I recommend Illinois.
All right, so there it is. So we got South Alabama. We're all in. The Northern Iowa game, someone just commented about that. I lean Northern Iowa. Krabs, you lean the under, correct, in that game if you had to make a bet. On that one.
Yes,
all
sir.
right. So there it is, guys. Hopefully you guys heard that. We apologize again for the technical difficulties, but we made it through. We made it through together.
I'm locking in that parlay as we speak. I'm bricked up.
Look at that. Live stream parlay for Krabs. I like that. I'll throw it in. I'll throw it in also with you. Okay, so South Alabama money line. Yes.
Illinois ML. Illinois is winning that game, dude. They're beating Michigan coming off that big win.
They're winning. The early play is South Alabama for someone who just said they just happened. Remember, you can replay the show. I know that game does start soon, so we don't want to miss that. All right, Krabs, it's time. It's time for my favorite time of the show because these comments are about to go wild. It's going to be trivia time, right? So give me 1 minute. So what I'm going to do first, if you're in, stay in the stream right now because we're going to give you guys a trivia question. The winner gets a free week of my OC Premium. So pretty cool. Now I'm going to tweet it out there to get more people in. And then in like 10 seconds, the question is going to come up on the screen. Comment it in the Twitter feed in the comments. First comment wins. It's so simple. But let me blast out a tweet real quick. Trivia time.
And I'm monitoring the YouTube. So if YouTube gets it first, I come on and say they got it first.
Nigel, someone did ask me. It was funny. I got a DM. They were like, "Can we do 2 separate prizes, like a YouTube winner and a Twitter winner?" And I said, "We'll think about it. Like maybe that's something down the road that we can get a couple winners today. But for now, it's just the first comment. So make sure you guys are ready. Get those get the fingers ready. Stretch them out a little bit. Whatever you got to do. First comment wins. All right. So trivia question time. We'll give 10 seconds because people are shuffling. This is huge. This is a tough one, too. Me and Krabs actually both missed it. But
this is the best trivia question since I've come on here yet. Best one yet.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one because you think you'll know it. You think you'll know it easy, and then boom, you don't. All right, Nigel, I think we're good to go. All right, here it is. You ready? Since 1979, which NCAA men's team has been a number 1 seed the most? All right? Everyone hates YouTube. It's so funny. Jimmer Fredette, that's a person.
Known for his 1 seeds, Jimmer Fredette.
He's close.
You're on the right path. College basketball. All right, it's gonna all come in once because it's like a slight delay.
Sure.
I'm monitoring the YouTube.
Show me the money.
Guesses. They're all wrong.
Wait, the YouTube might get it quicker, Nigel. I swear.
Oh, we got a
UNC
winner. We got a winner. Brett Olson on YouTube. No, they get it at the same time.
Oh,
Brett
I don't
Olson.
know. This guy Ray Vega was like right at the same time. I think we have to have a two-way winner.
Okay, well if you want to do it,
I,
it is
I
North
think,
Carolina.
yeah, I think we'll give. All right, so Ray _ Vega DM me also. So we got UNC, Duke, Kansas, Houston, Tennessee, Kansas, Duke, Nova, Duke, UCLA, Kansas. That's crazy. Only one person had it. Like now that you're gonna get a bunch of UNCs because we revealed the answer. But like
I mean,
initially,
we both guessed Kansas. We didn't
we
guess
did guess
UNC.
Kansas. We did guess Kansas. That was a good one. That was one because like you can kind of break it down to what like 5 teams, but it's like which one's correct. So no, the winner's been decided, guys. You can keep commenting for fun, but the winner's been answered. I'm just looking at some of the answers are kind of unique. Like Xavier, that's a wild one. It would like that's one I would not thought
Yeah,
about.
who's putting that?
The number is 17 times, by the way, for anyone curious. They've been the number 1 seed 17 times since 1979.
17. Okay, that's it. That's a lot. That's why maybe they're the greatest.
That's like almost half the times we were talking about before the show. Like that's probably what, like 40% of the years, Nigel. That's nuts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 40% sounds right.
I'm no mathematician, but
this is my favorite part of it. We had damn, I got it before. Wait, I was first. I was first for sure. I hit it in 1 sec. WTF? Like these guys, we don't control them. You know what I mean? Like I would wish everybody could win, but it's just the way. It's just the way they come in. I think I was right before Ray. People are getting angry. Guys, again, this is. I don't pick the winners. It's all everyone yelling.
This is all your fault, Matt. This is all your fault, man. What the heck?
Someone said dead ass. I got it first. LMAO. I don't. It's not like that. Like we can't control it. All right. Nonetheless, the winner has been decided. Appreciate everybody for playing. It was a good trivia time. But now it's the serious time of the show. It's time to lock in once again. It's best bets time. So Krabs, you want to take it away?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and hop right in. Let's talk about the Trojans getting 2.5 points here at home against a really good Arizona team that is coming off a nasty loss on a half-court buzzer beater. But you know what? In my eyes, that's kind of like a win. That's not even really a bad loss there. It's Desmond Cambridge hitting a freaking half-court shot there to win it. I like what I've seen out of USC the last 2 weeks, man. They lost to Oregon State outright as minus 9.5-point favorites at Oregon State early on in February. Since then, though, I don't know what it is. I don't know if their coach got into them or what, but they have clicked. They have won. They have covered all the last 4 games, taking care of business. I mean, they're playing insane defense right now. They beat Cal 97-60. They beat Stanford by 10. They beat Colorado 84-65. They beat Utah 62-49. They held that Utah offense at home to 49 points. So Boogie Ellis looks like he's emerged as one of the best guards in the country. He's been playing incredible recently. He's got a 33-piece the other day. Nuts. And then you've got, obviously, Drew Peterson, who's a stud, too. This team is stacked at guard, and they're going to win this game tonight outright. But I'm taking the points, just in case there's any fluke shit. I'm taking the points. Yeah, they're going to win this game. The Trojans are at home. Short spread against, a ranked team here, number 8, Arizona. This Arizona team doesn't scare me. Okay, they seem to collapse and play down the competition a little bit. And they're going to do that tonight against Boogie Ellis and the Trojans. Give me the 2.5 points.
All right, take the points, right? Why not? So no one comment why not money line because we want points, right? We want the points, like you said. Something fluke happens, you never know. You never know what'll happen. That's a big game. That's a sharp look, Krabs. They get USC a couple points, big time game. I'm excited to watch that one tonight. So let me close this out with my best bet. I'm going to go to the NBA. We're going to go to a Clippers matchup tonight. Now, the Clippers, they've struggled. Since they've acquired Russell Westbrook, they're winless. Now, you can blame Russ. You can blame who you want. I don't know who you want to blame. I'm not going to blame Russ because I actually think he's played pretty well. The first game that he was there, they lost. Crazy game, double OT to the Kings. They lost another close game they lost in overtime to the Nuggets. So they've been right there, but they have lost 3 in a row. Nonetheless, they get right tonight. Clippers -3 versus the Warriors, -118 on Barstool. Golden State, meanwhile, they've won 3 in a row. This is a good spot. They're due for a little bit of regression here tonight. this is a Clippers team. I continue to say this, much better than their record indicates. I still think they're one of the best teams in the West. I think when we look up at the end of the season, they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals. I have faith in this team. Golden State obviously still without Steph, still dealing with some other injuries. This is a good spot for the Clippers. And one last thing to leave you with, the Clippers are actually a better road team than a home team. Don't know why their splits this year have been that way. But if you're looking at this game, be like, they're on the road, tough spot. They've actually liked playing on the road. So they've enjoyed it more. They've been a better road team. Clippers get it done. Clippers get it done tonight, -3, and they get us rich. That's how we wrap this up. So all in on the Clips.
Well, I hope so, because I have a future on the Clippers, and it's a waste of money is what it is right now. So I hope they kick it into gear. I still believe. I'd like to see their players actually play together in a game at the same time. Are we getting that tonight?
That's the thing. Well, yeah. So they have, as of late. I hope so. They've actually been much better with starting to play their guys a little bit, right, and let everyone play together. So that's been entertaining to see. Get Kawhi and Paul on the floor together. They're as good as anyone when they're healthy. So Clippers -3. That is my best bet. Krabs, you're going with a sharp look tonight. You're a lot of people in the comments, by the way. You're gonna have a lot of people after the game that you're gonna be able to talk your talk to, because we had a lot of Arizona love tonight. So
that's exactly what we want, Matt. That's exactly just what the doctor ordered, brother.
No, let them talk. Let them talk pregame, and then Krabs will be here after. So the Clippers are not so bad. I would not say that by any means. I think they're a pretty good team overall. So I'm still gonna back Clippers.
A lot of shit talk going right now in the stream. A lot of people getting, feeling up about themselves. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. At the end of the stream, people getting angry. Lunchtime, maybe they're hungry, Nigel. Could be time.
Could be.
Dude, I don't know.
Hey, it's time to grab a snack, kick your feet up, all right? Maybe even crack a beverage. Maybe you don't have a heavy day at work. You crack a bev, and you sit down, you watch South Alabama take care of business. That'll lighten up the mood.
That's what I'm saying. Just everyone relax. Yeah. And hey, what? You know what, Krabs? If they don't like the picks, you don't have to take them. Like they could make their own bet. If they don't want it. So I do think the Clippers get it done tonight. USC going to be cheering you on, Krabs, because I'm not betting that game. I'm staying the heck away from it. But I will be in my full Trojans gear tonight, cheering you on. Nigel, do we have a giveaway today before we go? Because I just see this side where it says PS5 plus NBA jersey, and I didn't even know about it.
That's just the giveaway. You didn't need to voice it. It says it right there. All you got to do is follow OddsChecker US on Instagram, and you get a chance to get it. Okay,
boom. All right, there it is. So we do want to point out that we have a PS5 giveaway rolling. We've done a couple of these. Krabs, do you have a PS5? You a PlayStation guy? Or not?
I do. Right. I haven't been gaming much recently. I'm a big sports game guy, though. I love 2K, mainly my favorite game.
Big time. All right, so PS5 giveaway. Just want to let everybody know who's been watching this, even the people who are being mean in the comments. You can get it too. PS5 giveaway, and then a college basketball jersey giveaway. Big time. All you have to do is follow us on Instagram at OddsCheckerUS, and you are entered in. All right, guys, had a lot of fun today. A lot to talk about tomorrow. Big time episode. We got a Thunderdome tomorrow, Krabs. It's already Friday this week.
Let's go.
It's been a fast week.
Come on.
You get a chance, man. Your first Thunderdome. So you get an opportunity to get it done. So
I'm hungry. I'm hungry for it.
It'll be fun. Krabs is due. We're just saying, Krabs is due for a Thunderdome win. I'll look for my sixth or so. I'm losing track. We'll have to keep an update on it. So we will we'll get to that. Hope everybody has a fantastic day. Let's keep cashing these bets in and get a win tonight. See you guys tomorrow morning.